ye boy, ye echo band, Adaroma, and waso yasne, ama ye de bro.
Omande shema munyina ha UTV esuni omamu nsem ne amahodo so de awosemu fo asonso eno ena wi Midday be so mo kasebo ekwan so ensem ni bia etodwa wo mu ene se Singapore ye kasai wono mo garden kese ya omanfo ba mu nsrahwe ewo ho wo de ato omampanyin John Dramani Mahama sasuso ena ababeto dwa se African trade unions wonu mu nyina eye rally kese won kan ha de adwendwene eniema ba ko mienu a ebetumi aboa edudiman ho eno eda nchen a NLA ensoso ene lakfo atokese a wonu mo hwe na enipa ahodo a wonu mu dwumadie eye ohintadua che ama NLA no wayi won nyina afira kwam se de be ya odwumadie betumi akototin ede ama wonu Midday ama sapon kuma desi enawiai ye beboshi na yakwa akopie mu ewo oti mantamu ye se eyade a typhoid yade no ati atese ewo honomo enti ene ye bedimu enkomo na ye fiti ensam na se dia na ye boshi akopie mu ewo Singapore mampanyi John Dramani Mahama akopie ho na wo mu edi nkomo ye beboa ama yonkofo eda amamienu ntam agina ne no na Singapore mampanyi dia tudwa se owogidie ewo owura John Dramani Mahama ne NDC aban no emu.
For those days we've always viewed Ghana as a key player, not just in West Africa but in Africa as a whole. I know you've inherited a very difficult set of challenges, but you're off to a very strong start in repairing the situation and re-injecting confidence in Ghana, and we in Singapore, in whatever way we can, through our government agencies as well as our companies, will do what is useful to support you in your efforts.
Thank you for your kind invitation to undertake this state visit. It's very important to us because, as you said, our values are shared. We have had historical ties from the period of our first presidents, and we view Singapore as a role model in our journey to create prosperity for our people.
You have for yentoa ensem no so omampanyi John Dramani Mahama anamuntu a wakopiem e Singapore no wo chese wonum botanical garden kese ye wo ehwo a chese omanfo ba mu ensahwe no ebe kobra no bia aman ampanyimfo ebepie ho no mu a yade a wodi din no eneto amampanyimfo omampanyi John Dramani Mahama wonum ede na kwaprobo wo ho ama sese VIP lounge ye wo saa botanical garden ho no wo mu dinidini atoso ya chese say die edin a wo mo ede ama no se Vanda John Dramani Mahama sa edin no na wo de ama sa VIP lounge na wo botanical garden ho no odin a wo de ama no na wo chese ebre kobra no bia no ya amampanyimfo a ebansa hwe wo ho no wo no efa tesedua ba ko a na wo no ede ato no na aye ensena ho de ama omanfo webi na akoso ama owura John Dramani Mahama yedi din ato ebi eso yeboshi ni akọ ensem foforo a so afọ wo hwekua ne ho asikasem ne adwadie so na onimunyamfo erikopoku de ato ejase wo bo emakuafo abaso sanse modwuma amudi ewo memu no mo ya de papa enti nani so de mo ye montonkoso na munyanesa.
Today's team, coach rooted in experience, rising in leadership, rural women at the heart of agricultural transformation unquote, could not be more appropriate. It reflects not only the depth of knowledge and experience rural women bring to agriculture, but also their growing role in shaping the future of our nation's food systems. Across Ghana, women form the backbone of our agricultural economy. They are the farmers, the processors, traders, and innovators who ensure Food reaches our markets and tables. They manage farms, nurture livestock, process fish, and contribute significantly to household incomes and the well-being of all our communities. Indeed, rural women farmers are custodians of indigenous knowledge, champions of food security, and key actors in our drive for agricultural transformation. Yet too often, their contributions go unrecognized and their potential underutilized. The Ministry of Food and Agriculture recognizes that empowering women is not just a matter of equity, but also a catalyst for growth and sustainability. Under the Agriculture for Economic Transformation agenda, through the Feed Ghana program, we are working to improve access to modern farming technologies, input and extension services for women, support value addition and agro-processing ventures led by women, promote climate-smart agricultural practices to safeguard livelihoods against the effects of climate change, facilitate access to markets, finance, and business development training. From your active participation in National Farmers' Day activities, to your role in national agricultural policy dialogues, and your mentorship of thousands of smallholder farmers, your impact has been felt across all 16 regions in Ghana.
As we move forward, I call on all members to remain committed to our cause. Our resilience shows that we can overcome any obstacle when we work together. Use your deep farming experience to guide our discussions and decisions. Step in leadership roles within your communities and regions. Share your knowledge with other women. Speak up for women's rights in agricultural spaces. To our new members joining us today, embrace both aspects of our team. Be proud of the experience that brought you here and be ready to rise in leadership alongside us. Together we can achieve much more than we can individually, regardless of external challenges we may face.
You have some for young concern from na African trade unions. One more and a sumo ahodo empenyu for a dano afei ebano ema mebunu any empenyu for near teacher ye wo memu nyina Asia 29th August e won kran ha ya one more year conference kese adwendwene e kwan a ye bo abosia wa bibremu edidi dwuma nso sika no empenyu for kobo anom de abegu wo botom ya ye de che wonom enso so hunu se sika no ama me ye hwe kwan be ne befa so ese sanyema ye bebo bosia nso oman ni benya ho fa so empo se ekoba ne se ye de ache yempo a ye de aye bibi esombo e de amaye.
We want to see hundreds of thousands of citizens from Ghana joining this rally. So we want to call upon all civil society organizations that are here in Ghana. We call upon all trade unions, leaders and members that are here in Ghana. We want to call upon all non-state actors that are here in Ghana to come and join us in this to Stop the Bleeding campaign. We want to tell the governments to stop reckless borrowing and reckless spending. We want them to borrow responsibly and to borrow to finance developments, not to borrow to put money in their pockets, yet the citizens are suffering. Africa is bleeding. We want the government to stop bleeding Africa, and we want to call upon IMF, World Bank, and all the institutions that give money to our governments through borrowing to stop bleeding Africa.
Together with civil society movements, faith leaders, youth, and women's organizations, will converge in Accra, Ghana on the 29th of August 2025 for a historic Pan-African rally for debt cancellation and trade justice, demanding an end to unjust debt and exploitative trade systems that have bled Africa of its wealth. In a significant demonstration of political will, His Excellency, the Vice President of Ghana, Professor Jane Nana Opoku Agyemang, will join the rally, marching alongside African workers and citizens. This signals national leadership and continental resolve to confront a crisis that has left governments with impossible choices between servicing debt or serving their people. Africa's sovereign debt has reached $2.14 trillion United States dollars as of 2024, with 22 African countries at high risk of distress and 4 already in default. That is Chad, Ethiopia, Ghana, and Zambia. Today, 7 African countries spend more on servicing debt interest than on education, and 25 spend more on debt interest than on health. The bleeding of Africa must stop. Campaigners have declared, pointing to the stark reality that in a single year, Africa received 162 billion USD in loans, aid, and remittances, but lost over 203 trillion USD through illicit financial flows and profit repatriation, a net annual loss of 41 billion USD. This rally makes clear Africa will no longer accept a system of modern-day neo-colonial exploitation in which our resources serve creditors instead of our people. This is not just a Ghanaian moment. It is a continental campaign. Trade unions, civil society, and movements from across Africa will stand together to deliver a petition to policymakers demanding debt cancellation, trade justice, and reforms in the global financial system.
Nananuma chankunye wo sene nsase so e wo sene district ese impuntuo papa bia enkoso e wo nsase ne so e wo Bono East Mantem.
Bono East Regional Minister ye Bono Poye Mantem suafo de aprobo kopie mu e wo sene mansini no mu ye ka sene mansini no a yes, in East and Africa, in West. Na Nkronkuma would obese enai a eno ne ye nkumi basa Jan wiase na nan macha nkonwa. One more ahemfo awodo enai no na ekabo mu ese ensem de agu akwan mu omo kire mu sei. So oba won mu omo nyina wo makwan na tete apansam se kontebe. Akwan a efiri eye atebubu eto mu adekwa wukọ nkronkura awodo wo ho mu nyina so nye. Enti ebasa na chese akwan mu kafo ene osime wo mo enenam kwan tetete kwan wo saa na mamonfusem saa ene won mu edi a ni nyina no edi ehu eja investors for kura so mbeba ho no aba bebie nwuma na nkantom so wo de apomom mpuntuo sem akonkan eba na pomudin ensem ne ayasabia nso a ni nyina na age egu abandwuma akodo kura de wo mo enya bi e wo ho no mo wototo e de asre omampani John Dramani Mahama ene suafo ese wo mo siro adawro mo mmra won sira ban mu no wo mo empre mpuntuo sem emfama wo no
even catching young brain. They were MP of the catching, they were MP of the MP of the farm dance, and road of the only now were interest. I was somewhere. Now, here can you now, what can you say? As somebody started here come, and 1 year. Only a 21 years sound a year to have and and so Saturday, I feel impression when the very free a table about one so now the very process free
the best say okay say waba na say waba familiarization for and now waba be chiaye okwa amampanyin say reset Ghana agenda na wo de ba no kuyadwuma na ye Ghana ya tibramo em say agenda kese pa e wona ni so enti na obe lanchi Ghana feed program no Ghana Bunu is feed Ghana no be lanchi ye no na chese o lanchi se aduanim feed Bunu is nko Ghana mfana nyina yo kwa na waka ne se ye wonsuo nkese bako nan ti se obe ye afuo ama mabuna nya adwuma ya na ma no wi mfi sini is
se obayi Adaroma obema na to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say omwa emenya tertiary institution baako ewo Seni West the hospital no eno kaze yi esi akoho doctor baako pe ena ewo e pasem de sa doctor yi ehu emfa no na zo tukwan a na doctor no ada pan tebesre
you see a president ebra order say the trouble order say regional basis no president no e ka se nyame boa ye be ye kwan and the president any minister when asem na to you president asem to you to a minister and ninti we express e kwan no ye be ye miss media tribia
fi Ghana yi ye be faso ma maburu anya adwuma ye twato e ya sa program mu ene say ye be faso anya raw materials e dey afidie industries it is free Ghana program a wobai na nanom ye be sre hone nsase ye hodie se oduru hona bane bo ho promo a schools bo ho promo a individuals bo ho promo a na hwate honi ahwebe na batimi di ba ho awura kwayomu na wo magana nsoso atumpon.
Dr. Musafa Hamid edi atudwa se Hausa kasa no wose GS for nwene ho na JHS ne senior high no yenkyere kasa no emientro ho sohwe.
Make Hausa an examinable subject in our JSS or at least the senior high school. That's all I'm saying. You see, when you say that, the education authorities will say that there is no grammatical register, there is no syllabus for it, blah, 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 blah. So let us come together, the intellectuals in the Hausa community, let us craft a Hausa register, a Hausa grammar, just like we have Ga, Equiapimtwi, Dagbani, etc., etc. And let us take it to the Ghana Education Service. Once it is accepted, and then it is taught in schools, nobody again will ever ask you whether because you are Hausa you are a Ghanaian. It will become obvious. I don't just want us to talk about the histories as we do lectures and lectures and lectures. Let us set a target going forward every year when we meet. What is our target for next year for making the Hausa ethnic group a truly representative Ghanaian ethnic community?
There is a lot of pressure on our resources, but school need the but ye per se ama ensan CCCC schools be bre maye na enketa for sade and the Zongo community and exclusively for Hausa for ana Kotkoli for ana obia wo ho Aigbeni wo ho Asantini wo ho Nkrani obia wo Zongo community ni bi enti me dey me feel say prioritize more what do you call it, amenities for us. We should be fine.
We are finding ourselves in a situation whereby many of the people, indigents or people that live in the Zongo community, are below the poverty line, all because we are not empowered. But now we are having initiatives like Hausa Youth Ghana, that I'm the administrator and PRO of. We are putting initiatives in place. We are partnering with government institutions, private institutions, to bring enlightenment in our community, skills training, to empower us to be part of the future leaders.
Asante mantamu mpanyufo etu enubone so sa okonfo kwade ne dom na wonum edi animu.
Yeka okomfo kwada obi anim se oye hip life artist na obonwom na emre kakra ni yentene nka na adwumade bi akoso ewo Kumasi a wodi mu akotene papa wo kasa ede a kire mabunu atu won mofo ohaw ene amanehunu a ewo enubone enum emu wose eyade etimedi ohaw kese pa na ebanti mabunu nya hweyie se adwumade na eyeda obu a wo bo ede akasa etia enubone a ofre ne red enei ya mabunu dodo na atia gusu a edi wonya na no na komfo kwade ekasa ewase Willing Way Recovery and Rehabilitation Center wo ejoso edi sa campaign yanimu a won moti ohungu monten so nanti Kumasi monten board dawuro ene na enyasem ketua ekowie ewo Jubilee Park a eho no edwom tro ene enkyerɛkyerɛ ekoso ya wode kyerɛkyerɛ hiahia se mabuno twen won ho edi free enubone enom ehu
pictures as a bus screen so nanse no enye fesa yese drug be the red a man for fano in a way be our pictures that screen should enye fe menya doctor mo by essential anya prescribe drug the ones that doctor prescribe drug be ama na offer I had drug abuse and substance abuse but bit me fano mo nam ho na aso wakoto no I be say untimi so chanti so e den e bit me nam ho no oda obi wo ho no ma odidi o nso bebi aduane no nsa na kuta no bebi odi aduane no kono cry difficult intina o say na be ka ho bi na say ye chese no what pictures na ye hu no enhyeda nyefe na mrantia na bi enti a wo fa no say wo pese boost energy say energy drink o say den o fa emwa to the extent say wa ho den even wa sora no pa wo ye jogging no e better say wo be fasa substance no na ade be chena as we feel high ade be chibium no na so was feel low I say generator no also so na dum enti oya say o fa odi enu achi a oho emwa boys no the way they looking on screens now ultimate future no very difficult say obenya bibia frame enti na say mabunu de meka say no no ma future na be very limited untimi nya hwe biom
kwankyerefo penny na woda Willing Way Recovery and Rehabilitation Center ewo edwoso ano ene mami Lydia Abena Menu one semtrofo kasai
maso ye ho mehwe nkrofo a sabi omunum no bone a omoto muntintan a omuntumi ni omo na of late nkwala ye de omo ba ho nyina ye nkwala nketenketen mebunu a eye omo ye future leaders for Ghana omo ne de omo ba ho na de omo ba ho edro bi sori wo krom ha na ye trauma do afe yesi afimu every last year November coming yesi bibia by the red na enokra betwem che trauma do no na ye hu say things are getting out of hand youth ni bebre dreams are ending if you say the moment I would do hu bekwa kotum it ends every dream enti sempanifo an sorry that in your future leaders no yahwere omo nyina ye pese ye draw government adwen baso ye pese ye draw mpanifo omo ka bieye no ye pese ye draw more attention na Quality Control Commission Food and Drugs Authority ye pese ye draw omo nyina attention e baso said there is something we are in danger.
Ya twaso akwasante mantam hwa na onumunyamfo Michael Akosi Edu ye krofro mrashebedwani wo se ade a ensano dwuma TVET adesua no ebetumi asesa Ghana hyebre
One semtrofo kasa no na emrasebedwani onumunyamfo Michael Akosi Edu ede to dwase omai Ghana se ebetimi anyini na yetumpon akwayanimu a emufa kese no ebegyina nkrofo a wotimi de wonim de ene wonsa eye bibi eno so de wose eye TVET ene de beba na ode ne nsemi to dwa no na wakwakoboa adehye bi a womosua adepama wie na omopon ho wokọ no ode emfidi adepama de sewing machine enkronkro adununum ene komo ofori krom abatom pesua so a eno wo asante mantem wo fa kwanya no so de to awofo ne ahwefo ene nkrofo a wo ka bi onu durubunu enim se aya won hye emabru ni nkran so opebibia sua omunyi TVET de no na no babo omopa wo muyi nso a wo montai wo machi na mfidie ne akande akodo wo muhia se wo mde besua de no mu wiom de be ye adwuma no wo mfa emwa wo mu
ene yenyina enim se eye central government entimi employ yemabru ni nyina nti wo se encourage skills training at the material na omusia te set tile ne adwuma ekeka ho na omusia ne so ebu ho na woni akade na odi besia adwuma no nti wo say ye na yebe yewa ahode no yetumi eboaboa ye ho na yebeboa omo yebeso mu ama omo nso tumi nya akade a omo de besu adwuma eno na ye de be improve skills training ewo oman osha aman a akọ omo nim technical training ana omo de apeja ba osha ye man mu ha se a ye yama technical training no attack echi enti se ye kira wade na de ya ubehu enti ye se ye sha ase na ye mabunu no ye ma omo ntete ye papa ebeboa omo na yade a wuwi a wa na obeye wadwuma wonkoye ye samasa wo bi ase wa na wo so wonya akwadra na wo so be sori na wa ye adwuma de bia wo benya skatu botum wonkoye adwuma nkotena adwuma 8 hours a day na wo ya aboso so ade ye pay aye dey ye de ahye wo nsem nti migidi sese nyina ye som ne eboa technical training na ebeboa omai wesi
Titinani Edema Ghana National Tailors and Dressmakers Association Orai Lydia Adade enso ejina emebuna na omaje ntitiawie na nem ede sei etuja
asama meka ne se ono abowaye ade pa ebibia meka bebia mejine bia mebo ni din se waye ade yankopon koso ehia ade a waye de obi anya ebi mayeda nene de uchese wa hye enimonyama ma abro ye nti ase so enti se meye oba mi die ekro na enimu de mehwe se obi ade be ye n'adwuma because se ane se wo industrial machine kra o se otimi de ma wakwala onni machine edihwe adwuma enti challenges ni baby a ye be graduation ti se ye hia community center any ye school uniforms oforikrom ha se ye nye bi nye enti sa contract no eba e wo se omutimi boa na omuma ye bi
NLA ene lag akon ho abomu ya waye nkasa ho dwumadie ni nyina ye kon obefa so tintin sika ede amoman no na yetumi de abo ye ho bra
Director General National Lottery Authority Owura Mohammed Abdul Salam nensa nkanyem no wo kire mu sa na montuo we na ya na montuo pa ebebo ama mama fanyo ene pepere yon so adadi e wo dwumadie ensam e na afa nsonya no nko a ebema wo motimi atoto niama yi ahehye niama yi na wo motimi ato wo dwumadie mu nso nkyene e na afa nso no ebebo wa yi pa o esan se si a na bema obibia no wo ni omdi nsa wo so no ehunu se ampa emra na omdi ye adwuma enti won register yese lotto agent abe register anase lotto operator obe register e won mo ensem ansa na watimi akwakote baabi aye adwuma enya de abekwa akote baabi abo ho safo hene se na me National Lottery Authority for na ye adwuma na metwa lotto nso na wonni wodin eni omo nkrata mu anaso omo nwuma mu enu nti na omo tu na mompa bi sei enti won mo eye ne saa na eye ne yiyo mu se na be ye bepem man so akonkan e woni mpuntuo ensam
ya license no omo no ne ye adwuma because we be register eye se nipa na wo ne ye adwuma no we share that the edikan asana one kasa with my register the system no mu no ye fa collaborator biadia yetimi mu number of writers a o ma register on the demo o mu no be adwuma nti eba no sana at the end of the day yetimi ewu nia omo business ni mu a omo nye adwuma e wo license operators na ebe ya yetimi ma abanmra ebedi dwuma wo omo se na ebe ya omo su be ba di kwan papa no so ana ye be free omo e wo illegal operations collaboration any clerk any technical service providers na boom ye di adwin na boom na ye di sa dwuma no it is kana etia no ebi be kwa kodi clerk ho ebi be di enele ho ene ebi so akọ tiaka wo technical service na omut ye sa dwuma nso no
ye try ye register in the panel and say ebi wona omo empese wo register a free system no de dikai no de toso mi no sticker no so ye ton ama writer no ene ne agent no na o de abo ne kiosk no enti no ya system to the extent say Ghana ha nyina obi oton lotto bia na esa oto sticker ne bim na ebeboa ama wono a omoso ye illegal operations aba system no enti no scanner ye twa to on 250 cedis. That is the cost of the sticker. nti no ɛna nipa no betwa but nam sɛ ebi mo so so ntumi ntwa no prɛkopɛ no yɛyɛ arrangement sɛ ebetumi ama wɔn grace period ebia 1 month or 2 months na wɔtwa na wagye wo sticker afutu am de ma lotto operators especially ne sɛ ma wɔn mɛyɛ obstacle to this process yes lotto operator bia sɛ ma onkoyɛ sɛ media me ma kwan emra yɛn nkrɔfo bɛba sɛ yɛhwɛ ne agent a register ne nkrɔfo so woyɛ saa one lotto operator no o lose agreement bi a wɔn national lottery so o lose saa deɛ no nti your license will definitely be revoked.
So women's no buying crash panyini ya wo ho eye era Lydia ohene wa Sarah wakọ nsahwe akọhwe akwan a wo ye ewo mensinim
won so a omusu ni da bia no ene na ese meba na mebehwe enyina ye bedi adanse se free amenhia ekọ akrabo to say kwan na se nti na ese se assembly no ye de ye ho hyem ne ye ba ne ye besiesie kwan ne so ma won yenim se enche kra road minister mema contractor ba road ne so na wa ba be ye ni ye ama kro ma for na ma wo ho ato ya cho krata de akọ so na ni follow up say omo beba contractor beba road ne so aba be ye nti mi wo gidie se enche ni amanfo ne hwehwe no ya amai no ba be ya ama wo government no ba be ya ade ama wo yenim se ye tipa drivers for no aha na aye omo fa ye okada for yenim se cars akese no na aye se kwan yes re kwan ne ye ma won ye won awodea nti ayo mu kwan om pass use kwan no impempi ne bi atipa drivers ne fa so a ade o mu du hakra mpa o metimi ama yanya bibi kakra ne yetimi dia support to se anwe yi ya na bibi but ebi wa be frɛ na omunye den omunye ready somba be support nti yes se omo nam kwan ne so omo hwe ye kwan ne ye ma ye pa because won wa na omo hwe omo se kwan
isuto a iti jetu wono muko akrabo wono de kanko kamba esa na ebre nko anti apamucho ne so e fa so ne se MC nu aya de o mo betwa so ma anti e kan se na mishira no mbo ayen ne se mbo ayen de ande na ya na anti apamucho pa ye hu se o be ya ma anti en so ye ka se mbo ayen
se suto a ye brepa do a se suto a kan tu member by now me fan say me who say MC no ayade say fitianem no koni nyina say suto a can't member it is MC me fan koma yera don dramani mama no mbe hwe yankwan no mo yema ya don be on say be da on say brepa
Omaidum jejuma no afiti ase a wonom ekọ emiamia ahodo hwe adan abrosan titiriu ya yesie no permit be ne kura ho na ma ho kwan sesi abrosan ne sini bia ye tese ye de yesie ne foforo de yesie awie we hu ena otu saa anamo no
17th of August and the operation is all about inspection on high-rise buildings, commercial buildings, and any other facility there. Nipa dodo wo no odoso sa benchama offer echa ho usa one o wo botu raise them another generate masio a ebi prepare ebi an meet am kengwa odo yo hwe won chief officer Daniel mouse into support what to this committee to reassess na yenhwe across the country all high-rise buildings the high-rise buildings then be away to be auto and as a control up to maybe 22 floors. Then share the one any safety protocols not then and bomb some not then be out them be no or they any pipes be or no landing valves say floor be no obenya amajet to man fire service for no here there what can do about run hose or that for sure echo and in there ever connect or something one tank no or connect outlet be off from our pump in control depending on the system if you are or there only heat smoke extractors alarm systems sprinkler systems and existing buildings proposed buildings existing one in mobile but the proposed ones only was that the we see and proposition na wɔyɛ no anam nzama okay dɛ wɔbɛyɛ afɔ ho no nzama wɔde hyɛ mu wɔre ya na it's your around to check all that if there are variations and as the deviations will bring to the attention the proponent the post down no catch your day plan as be no yedam no asa e be ntina an explanation and even that no other edge permission and sana akodo de ebasam ibi no ha wonye kra
protocols na yewo shebia e peculiar to high-rise buildings bia say a sprinkler system idea e wo no say a detector say ja ashia bit me release the suppression system and we are also a smoke control system is very key or vital to the means of escape. We also be looking at the landing valves, okay, at every floor of the building. So you have landing valves are all hose rails or hoses that firefighters can use for firefighting. Here says business no more and I say no more, and among many others are also there.
We abusunya yenko adehia wonom wo gbeja gbawe mpotam ho na wobo amane se ye kase yesi ye ho de gbawe 0 na de wo ka nyina ne se bonka kase bi wo ho ye twen da so ano no mo fa so ekum nkwada mienu afi etwa mu no ekumbi afi so asan ekumbi wo bo assembly ni so abo de besi nei obi antu ho anamo nto mo so mpanyefo se de o mo mane se nkum obi biem o monye
actually out of options because the church fixed this one. We covered the drainage here, and so we have solved that problem. That's how much our resources could go. But we are expecting that the municipal assembly will be able to fix this one for us because it's dangerous, and we are under them. This is Bawi, and then so the Bawi Weja community is concerned, and we don't have any other option but to appeal to them to come and fix it quickly.
Ukorane de bebre ewi amuna nsu no to ayekese kora no omutumi ba e be dia gro kora wu bebre nsu tumi pra nti bridge ni de enokora de okay enya kora enye na yem hihye de na obatan a waja wo ba na wukọ adwuma na wo beti se ye be fe wo se wo ba pra na nsu de wo ba kwa se we de se nkentwa yi ya pa akura bi atumu hada a chekra
se de ekono one day since so to bi ma inim de besi ekwan mu chapter omo ha se nyina obi a na obetini apie na ha no ekwan ba kope na dem a exit and entry na ekwan ba kope ntino ye best say ombehwe assembly ni behwe think say enyoma kasa sorry for no community nyina obi a de obetini but aha na adu no very deep na here a lot of resources to make sure say yeah until never say ombehwe no ma ya man
in the last don't find say 3 months near the municipal chief executive no we are or how you are or say yes or no ya sha say then yes so anu kakra nti yenu mo was there room so omo dey omo how aye dey abeto assembly ni ama emu say issue na baale na efi esro ho no esane no the volumes of water no edu bibia units depot ana crap for depot no wona sometimes the pressure no ano dey nti ayirodi den concrete works na ewo ho no so depending on bibia original meeting aka say bibi nkum so no ayirodi ho no ama den ama issue no edidi eba kwan no kakra so mo for ama eyi asotri ye catch o say ampa mate say ye say hono no afa nkwala bi da te mo fo yi ye ne mo ana den edi dwume munti na den ye edi dwume ye hye mo bo say ye hwe ma oyeni oyeni etu mo na ano no ebi nsa anye den entu biom
Yeboshu akopemu wapoye mantamu na osnasi e-block yesi mfio nkunu ni ya NDC aban no saa bre no ote adwa so ye no aka wiram besine ama nkwada nya baabi nkosku
so to woni hwe pillars wo from 9 years you pillars ni sisi wono
enti ebekere say na adwuma papa ene adwuma papa no eye andisia memo ene andisia ban enti 2016 I kate so the started see ade we I fear bem nanka ibaye no kinim say yibehu ayon rosa na ye dia park go a ebetimi aye adwuma ko enim pa enam no gina ha hu ba kokora wa ha ye wo ha no aban mienu ana say MPs mienu na aba obie ni ho no ma e blog yi wadwen ho ewo mpotamu ha enji ene mshebo na dia me dane say o mampani ebo apro no oba ha mampani John Dramani Mahama ebo apro ba samanka silwa wesachin ejina pa say ye to aba no wini a ye e-blog na can run for 9 good years no obi make sure say you be complete na mukofo etim potem ha asna se krakan anoma kwadwo kobri so akanten omonso omonya secondary school a ben no matimi akobi enti we de idwane toa honorable Haruna Idrisu education minister yinim se juma den no ye makono ho mpem bebre amama yarishimu se omampani kan yampa se ewo ne manifesto mana oba sin region no e kan dia o kan so be no on hwe na sika omodi shame no enko west
akoye se ye NDC ene hyase nti NDC ni ho a yenye ani nti kroyi mu nso no ye kan ye se nyame ya dom na so moto abama ye MP Obin Kwame Frimpong adodo na abone mra ne fre ne darling boy na ye to abama John Dramani Mahama ye be hwe na ya ye ani nti enne asempa na eba yenim se dole ye beba nti no ye MP eni di ekire o hwe se kwan bia so e-block ewo osenase no ye beye amakromafo na kromafo so eni ache efutu amede be ma awofo ne se ye bese awofo se obi ama ne banko school oba o be ma o enche bia last week ye assembly meeting no obi kan ye se akwai se isi aye girl child education na ma e ma na bebre ko school isi obekwa ko hu so anan se e ma na isan do so se ne mema no na mema ni kechiri ani nti ko ba se mema ni bebre na so ye abobo ya omutwi pragia
ye abusia ye ko abrase bu kwa mankese adehia won wo odinase enso se wakwa ho nsem enye afei wa pomoden bia bi nso so ya to na jejemu
adehia wonum ewo old odonase ewo abrase bu kwa mankese mensin mu mfimfini mantemu wonum ene omum panifo ena womode saa ensem nyina ntudwa no se akwan ya wo mpempen wo so na ebo amakobedi ensem fa ne ntuma pefra no wonum kwan ni nyina no enye enti mpanifo enhwe ehun nsem enkamfa momo wom nguso asfat mfa momo na entimemu akobedi ensem na ebasa nso a wom so betimi afo mfudie de afrefuom e de abadwama nso abeton amom nso anyom kakrawa de ego motum afa nsonye no nko a wo se aban ne hwe na eye apomdia ya sabia ne nyina no wom asi wonum na nso wom nwiye na wom ato na sabram na asi enwuramu na eje fans no womo enye bibi mfa ho na entime emmoa ma apomode ayahwe man so no emfa ne ntampa mfa yi empanifo yi ene adehye de nsem we nyina no tudwa ebra na womode eye 2025 akwambo afahye no ede ehye so
nda yankwani na anye embe na se Mahama Oban President Mahama Oban otu ne pani ko do ne nyina nkohia awo abra negotiate o tsemu de se share be share mo ha no o pam ya tse this year yara o do won sabaka ekwa no fidum kwawo akopum afenwa nti wo kan so ebo yensem nti ye hwa afin kwa wie nti am ye tumi nka wasem bia nti ye hwa afin kwa ye no so won tum wa ye won hwe da na afi ye bisa no question na wa ye wo be ye o afia ke DCMP edika yesrawo de yankwan fiti abodu nkodoko afrengwa ekoboko akokwan na asai emde wala se bo de pre yesrawo ebiem na eboa yen ye wa sebusu de ebe yama yen
yen haw a o haw yen kese pa ozikan yakwan nye yakwan onye kura empo odum mebi na se yakogwa bo na am Roberts phone ade osane yakwa na onye nti na at the same time no so yeah ayaresabia onzimu so bi yare wa ha mprempre amenyo kase na se ebia wanko abrodu nkwa government hospital onya aye akwanya to health facility bia enti yabasra aban no na nizim oya MPP aban abese no kono woya yamboade wo ba my chip compound also aye incomplete was sa aban no stand still oshafu musisi amenyo kase di yabasra de honorable Felix Ofosukwati wa be ayi se oye abroman nyina wanyin dado MP kopa sisi ano ye nyina ye nyi dane do no de omaye mwana dem chip compound no one complete one farmer
yebo hwini akoti mantamu na nakwabnanto anaso abeto dwase oti mantamu ya typhoid ya de bia tiesi hono mu a empanyufo ekyese ya honedie ho nsam a enkoyie na kwabnanto ewo hoidie na woboboye mu so wono kora wanya bia na anetesei yo kwabnanto mahan
yo ma so mama minyabi
yo bebe na wodi wani abo apro say na say otimantam hotie ya say nipa mpemu du na nya ya de
eye ensema enkrata mu de obokrata mu ba bia edi enyim akire mu a obapiem ewo otimantam anya mianim no kurani nipa beye empim edu aha emienu ani aduonu amiensa 10,223 na omo enya typhoid fever ni nyina ene sei eye ahudidie ewo otibantem ha enhyeda enhye ni kura ubonta manfo gija omo nan basa yeni hospitals papa bia so ewa ha ensuo mbokra na kame se enantwie nyan ene nipa nyina na enum ebom amanfo tutu enwira gu basa amanfo eye niema bia ekyese emma ahodie no entumi enkwakan na we na enam so ntia eye environmental health impanyfo omo adi etu ani so se die eye typhoid agent ha ni ntino omo ebe lanchi eye entamansa for na se tankers for tebe be an nsunsunso no omo ebe tumi akwa afie no ma hwa ma manfo atumi edi won huni mpanyinfo be ye aduonu enso no mo lanchi ana so mo pa ho entuma na dwumadi ase na eye oti regional minister owura nimonyamfo John Japon kujo edi atu edwase eye typhoid say agye no ho me na papa a wo kyembokra na eye former MC baako typhoid ya na ekum no ohene baako so typhoid ya na ekum no ni nyina nkenfo anu wonya mfihia beye adioso ani akire eye ne nkwada bremu abesi tampempenso yi wonya yade bi typhoid danenso omreko a obeye otimantamu komisa ne die brembeye mako miensani na akwako wiese baby ya diagnosis se wonya typhoid a doctor fo ekunu so da
ento mame se mprempre dia na mo na timemufo no ankasa ene assembly no etu e dia fa sa hunidie nsem enkoso
nam sunti atese eye original penyimpa na se openyimpa oda environmental health anu ma misinti ya sekire ade atuga se ebe hia se eye mensim kobisanfo di nyina penyimfo nyina obetumi ade won ho agime sanse obakofo ne sentiment nkato nyankropon kwa mtwedi ampani mani nyi enti obi amfa ne ho anyim se de be ya ahodie soso ewo timantema soso ebetumi awie peye nemom se de obepiem ewo timantema nipa be 10,233 ne chese omo ega typhoid fever eyade bia enhyeda ensani enti obi a emwa se de be ya ne krakra ahodie soso ewo timantema soso ebetumi awie peye enti nsema omo eken se mpenfo betumi ade adidwuma na omo atumi atu ho na modie ebre ne nkrabia ne beche nenso mreko sort of him yo na nanto mo yi me so media trade be pia no me de ho amanebo ebema UTV ahwefo
yo into ya da se papa busua na ye begina ha homeso na nsa na no fre number yi tro eto ho no mo ema me 0271 998313 me pacho eye clothing palace for ene shematade wo mo eniema efe mo casual office wear bibia wo pama oba wa ho siesie awiemu die no se eye manta de pafie bra na bejo de wo Accra Central wo mo ne lava abrosan ne di nhwani mu ofro edan no koso ho a wono mo wo ho ade opebia nsa ebeka ye homeso ye ba bongo di fara abo agode mu nsama no a ode betos